so today we're going to do just a little bit of fix up. Anyway, so my table that I've been using outside, I don't want this hole anymore. Quite a big hole. So I don't want that hole anymore. I'm gonna plug it in some non-permanent way because I can always use it with like a hold fast or whatever. But I want it closed for now. And then there was a vise at the top. Okay, so I'm gonna take, let me show you. Okay, so in here I have my vise that I took off that table, and I want to attach it to this plank, okay, with these two bolts. But I'll have to grind off the bolts, drill holes, countersink the holes, put them in, because we want to mount this thing pretty much like that. So the jaws are over there, the thing is centered, and when you put it on a bench, you can still clamp this thing with enough space so that it's still solid and workable. Later on we'll fix this thing, my generator, because I need to fix the carburetor, but we'll do that separately. Okay, now I'm going to start doing this. Okay, so I'm going to use my brace and bit of my augers again to do the countersinking, and then I'll use a thinner bit just to drill the holes. It's not necessary, I can do this with anything, but I like using these old things, they make me happy. But then my little rolly work table at the bottom, which I actually use for a seat now next to my table. Notice the beer, it's Friday. Yes, I have to take these out and put longer screws in and just fix up the little rolly thing also. Okay, so I have a piece of dowel. It fits in here perfectly. Move it until it won't move anymore. Then I'm going to cut it off, sand it, oil it, and it should be perfect. So there's my plug, but you can feel it's a bit rough around the edges, but not the plug, the actual wood. This is just a piece of 100 grit sandpaper. Give it a bit of rubbing. It's quite solid in there. I don't want to, what do you call it, glue it in there, because like I said, I might take it out for something at some stage. Yes, it feels great, no transitions. And now we have a blind spot. I'm taking some teak oil. My kids are playing outside, so sorry about the noise. And we rub that in there. Okay, and Bob's your mother's brother. This thing is good enough for me. Okay, I'll just rub this in completely. Okay, while we are here, I want to give you a quick update on Elephant, our hamster. Go check the video on that guy, or on this guy. Elephant is now 15 months old. They are supposed to live maybe a year. Look at this thing. She or he is a fat little guy, friendly as nothing, and this guy is still living. Okay, it's Saturday morning and it's time to test fit this stuff. Okay, so yesterday I drilled holes, and then I drilled smaller holes so that the bottoms won't stick out. And now let's see what the thing looks like, so I can cut off these things. These are the only bolts that are the size that I want, but they are extremely long. Fantastic, they don't stick out. Now let's see if my measurements were correct. Does that look alright? Yes, it's up to the shoulders, so the whole mouth part or jaws is over. Now I just need to tighten up these guys. Okay, I'll show you again once I've tightened these up and I've cut them off. So here we have the thing. I was lazy, and because these are not in the way and this thing doesn't move, I just left them. Okay, it's on its piece of wood. It sits flush against the table. Then you can just use a clamp or something to secure it. And there we go. You have a beautiful portable vise. Now, I also have a small one that I do the same thing with. This one can turn around and do whatever. It's a small little one. Works nice for a lot of awesome things. And then this one. This is a more portable one that you can just chomp on the side of a bench. Now this one I have with leather inside if I want to clamp knife blades and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna braai now. Just before I go away, these are not my real vices. My real vices are attached to actual workbenches. One against the welding table, one against my woodworking table. Well, actually 3 against the woodworking table. And one on an outside area that I use for very dusty and nasty things. Oh, and then one in an outside room where I grind, and where you've seen that little belt sander and stuff of mine with the buffers and whatnot. Anyways, but these ones are nice to move around if you need more. I just lit this thing. So we're waiting. Still extremely hot, but I think I might start putting the patties on the side. Otherwise, we're not going to eat now. And yeah. Okay. We are doing this. Free range, something. My favorite patties. These are from Woolworths. It's the thick cut free range patties, and they will go into grandma's casserole as soon as they're done, and then we will make delicious burgers. My little assistant is helping me, and he brought cat boy, Mad Tanto. This thing is mad awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna throw these on the fire. I love this knife. If you haven't seen the unboxing of this thing, go check it out. Okay, so I'm going to quickly throw these things on the fire, and then we are going to braai. Okay, and they're on the fire. 8 wonderful things, and I get to play with this marvelous thing again. I love this thing. This thing is awesome. You can open beer, you can flip things. I feel like SpongeBob when I play with it. And there's my little guy that's going to flip them once I flip them the first time. They're done, and in grandma's casserole. Now we can... That's the little guy showing you we're ready to eat. Okay, fantastic. Cheese, Evo, what. All of you stay safe, happy, have a good one. Goodbye.